Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Dragon Age The Veilguard. As you can see, we are right where we left off. We're gonna go right out here, so why don't we take a little adventure with me while my little one sleeps? Um, why are there chests? Another chest washed up to the lighthouse. Not sure whether it's just luck or if we've got a friend out in the Fade who wants to help. Nev. I guess this chest got lost in the Fade, and someone shepherded it to our doorstep. Is it just me, or does the armor look somehow familiar, like something an old friend would wear? Ooh, appearances. I don't really care about appearances. Okay, let's see. You can actually upgrade your equipment at the caretaker's workshop. Will increase item statistics. Finding another version of an existing item or purchasing it from a merchant will increase the items while also unlocking properties. Persuade both paths to bring out your equipment's full potential. Power in the workshop. Collect mementos in the world will let you upgrade the caretaker's workshops. Upgrading it will increase the number of enchantments on offer and increase the power level of all weapons you find or purchase while adventuring. Um, okay. Workshop. Huh. Okay. Alright, we are gonna go up here. I think this is where Nev hangs out.
Couldn't be
Don't
one
think.
god, it had to be three.
No, she doesn't want to talk. Okay. And then Harding is over here, I believe. Fuck.
Toldar, it's a tunnel. Veilguard, Velos Atreidim. But Velos Atreidim is nothing like Isatunal.
Isatunal. I remember. After you touched the dagger. The prayer, the proclamation. Isatunal. What exactly are you proclaiming?
They don't remember. No one remembers. We don't even know what we lost.
You're busy. I shouldn't interrupt.
No, wait, sorry. Please stay. We can talk. About the stone. About Isatunal. Maybe explaining it to someone else will help get my thoughts in order.
So what is it? What does it mean?
Isatunal is an affirmation, a statement of existence, of being. It means, I am here. But no, not I. I is singular, but it isn't. We either. We is multiple, but also separate.
What?
Isatunal is the eternal hymn that encompasses all time. All spaces. I am, we are, this and that, here, there, now, and forever.
What's important is that you're happy.
Happy? Happy's not it. Whole. Right, maybe. I'm certain Isatunal describes how we, the dwarves, once were. But none of the books say anything about it. None of the histories are right. If we forgot something so important, what else did we forget?
I don't know.
I'm sorry. I don't expect you to have an answer. Thanks for letting me babble, by the way.
Anytime. That's what I'm here for.
I haven't decided if I'm gonna romance anybody, if at all, but I'm having fun. I like Bellara a lot, though. I haven't met any of the other companions, though, if there's any other companions. Alright, let's see.
Wait, that room wasn't there before. I don't think.
It was just hidden. I love this room.
Never Harding must have put my pack here. Makes sense. Better
What's
place to
this?
sleep than the infirmary. Guess I can spare a few moments to unpack my things.
Look at all the fishies. I love fishes and fish tanks. So relaxing. Alright, let's collect this. New entry on the lighthouse. On life in the lighthouse. This ancient logbook is filled with Mitchenville fire ruins, so it is encoded. Flicking through, it offers a borrowed memory. Fearful refugees are ushered to the lighthouse through emerging from and libraries, a sort of spies and scholars. Gardeners plant long extinct herbs that grow, are harvested, and wither in a blink of an eye. The sharp smell of distilling medicine wafts from the windows. Poison for the enemy drips into vials. The arguments of war council go on late into the night. Forbidden songs are sung freely, with filthy lyrics substituted for the names. Finally, a heated conversation silhouetted against glass with a quick shadows darting behind it. The argument ends with wordless but unrestricted repressions. You summoned them. You freed them. Oops. The dwarven people. Letter home, an unsent letter from Harding to her mother. My dearest Ma, I'm writing you from sorry, here things. My writing you from Minthrasis in Tevinter. I'm in Tevinter. Isn't that amazing? Yes. There are power-hungry mages, enslavers, and cultists, but the city is so much more than that. You should see the magical lights. I've mentioned this before, but I don't really work for the Inquisition the way I used to. It's complicated. I do miss it. I do. I used to. It's complicated. I do miss it. I miss Skyhill and my friends there, but Carter still keeps in contact, and I'm working with Varric doing something really important. I wish I could tell you more soon, though. We're very close to finding the person we've been tracking. Once this is over, I'll come home, and you'll get to hear the whole story. Maybe I'll even be in time for the sheep shearing. Lots of love, Lace. Are you causing trouble? Alright, cats are fighting over windows. Oh, um, there we go. The Elven people. They'll jumper recruits always ask me the same question. What what in ruins reach? I'll tell them. I tell them it depends on the day of the week, and it's always changing. One week the trees turn blue, the next your whole voice is speaking to you from thin air. The truth is we don't know what it is. We only know that a stretch of the forest where you could have pleasant picnics is now ever shifting hall of mirrors and chaos. It's like reality is trying to figure out what it wants to be, what shape it wants to take, and it keeps changing its mind. I've explored the forest for much of my life, and I've never felt so confused. The forest I once knew is becoming something else. Alright, alright, let's see. Unpack. Now we go over here.
The tools every professional scoundrel needs when learning the trade. I spent as much time picking locks and mixing poisons as I did training with blades or a bow.
It's hard. Those were the days. It's hard but worthwhile.
It took me so long learning to get the alchemical mixtures just right. But what I learned saved my life more than once.
Place chestnut.
A peddler gave me this after I saved his caravan from bandits. He told me nobles think of ruling like a game of chess, that each move determined what mark humanity will leave on the world. He had fancy silks from Orlais, statuettes from the wilds down south. I could have listened to stories all night about places he'd been. Now I'm getting to see some of those places myself.
Oh.
The Antom commander I took this from thought occupying Treviso was the same as owning it. I showed him how wrong he was. Freed a bunch of prisoners that night, including Varric. That's also the night the Crows kicked me out of Antiva for carrying out unauthorized operations. Still can't believe they didn't back me. We're the Crows. Killing targets is what we do. Varric and his life lessons. I asked him how we were supposed to stop Solus, and he gave me this. Take a long, hard look at it, kid. It'll always show the face of a hero who can get it done.
Tattoo options. Huh?
I don't know if I see a hero's face, but it's a face that has seen a lot. Got a few new scars. Some that show up in a mirror, some that don't. But Varric believed in me then, and he believes in me now. I can do this.
Dad. Uh-huh.
Right.
Let's see.
That's better. Now how do I connect to Solus? Just sleep or relaxing? Maybe if I clear my mind.
Meditate. This room would be the good room to meditate. Look at all the veggies.
Back so soon. It must have been worse than I had thought.
Hello, Dreadwolf.
Ah, but perhaps I am mistaken. You may be here to correct me, to tell me that my concerns were unfounded. You could not possibly be here to take advice from the one you called the Elven God of Lies.
I'm not here to debate whether what you said was accurate.
But to be clear, it was accurate.
I need to know what the gods
Hi,
are
Maida.
planning.
You are asking for knowledge no mortal in this world is privy to. If I am to share it with you, I need to know what makes you the right person to lead the fight against Alkanan and Gillenane.
Someone has to do something. I may not be the right person for this job, but I'm the only one left.
So your call to action is that any attempt is better than none?
Back in the Crows, I had to deal with the Antom invasion. One night, I saw a unit getting ready to transport prisoners to another city. It was way too large for us to hit.
But you did so anyway, using unconventional tactics to confuse the Antam and free the prisoners.
How do you know that?
You helped Varric pursue me for the better part of a year. It would have been foolish not to learn about who was hunting me.
Then you know that if someone has to make a call, I'll do it.
I suppose I was not so different when I started.
Started what?
My rebellion against the Evanuris. The elven gods, as you call them. They wish to reclaim their dominion over this world. To accomplish that, they will need two things. First, the Blight. What exists in this world is a bare fragment of its power. The rest is imprisoned, until they release it.
Okay, let's see. Long. It didn't escape.
The Blight didn't escape with the gods?
Elganan and Gillenane escaped largely empty-handed, fortunately. Most of the Blight is still trapped in the prison I created ages ago.
So what we saw at that village, that's them not at full strength?
Correct.
I don't understand. Elgarnon and Gillenane were elves like you, right? Why would they want to blight the world?
It is my fault. As the Dread Wolf, I was a thorn in their side. When my efforts weakened their grasp on the Elven people, they grew frustrated, then desperate.
And turned to the Blight.
Once the corruption took hold of them, they were blind to its horror. It was just another source of power for them. Now they would blight the world without hesitation, and call us backward and foolish for opposing them.
The rest of the Blight is imprisoned? There's more than what's in the world already?
Yes. Centuries ago, the Magisters of Tevinter opened my prison. A tiny fragment of the Blight escaped. That fragment grew beneath the earth and led to the Blights that have swept across the world. However terrible the Blight is now, it is a mere fraction of what we will see if its full power is unleashed.
Let's see. Then we stop them.
Then we shut down whatever they need to do to free the Blight.
They will need to pierce the veil to reach the Blight's prison. My Lyrium dagger is one of the few artifacts capable of doing so.
We've already recovered it from the ritual site.
Excellent. Then they will have to make their own. That will give you time.
You said the gods needed two things, and the Blight is the first. What's the second?
Followers. They have called themselves gods. And what is a god without worshippers to sing their praises?
You think they want the elves back? I don't think the elven people will bend a knee to blighted, murderous monsters.
Agreed. Elganan and Gillenane care little for the elves. They will find worshippers among those hungry for power. Tyrants and bullies. The cruel and the corrupt, who fear their own vulnerability and seize any chance to feel strong. If you hunt them, they will lead you to Elganan and Gillenane.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll go poke at the cruel and corrupt, and we'll see what we find.
The Veravas, the lighthouse Soluvian, can take you anywhere, if you master its secrets. Have you done so?
Not yet, but we've got one of the Veil Jumpers working on it. She'll get it sorted, and we'll see how it goes.
Yes. I suppose we will. And when you speak with Varric, please tell him that I regret what happened.
A lot of talking this episode, I'm sorry. Okay. Wardrobe. Uh, I'm not really worried about my appearance right now. Alright, let's go talk to Varric.
So Solus told the truth about the gods.
You heard? It's bad, Varric. If you'd seen Demetis crossing...
The team needs to act fast. And it can't do that with me leading from a bed. You've got to take point on this.
I didn't come in here trying to take your job, Varric.
I know you didn't. But it's what the team needs right now.
You sure? Nev got hurt because she listened to me.
Rook, when I put this team together, what did I look for? A detective to find the Dreadwolf, and a scout to get us the lay of the land. Exactly the people he'd expect me to recruit. Disciplined, predictable. And then there's you. Remember when we first met, kid? I watched you pick apart an entire Antom patrol in Treviso. They outnumbered you 20 to 1.
They were overconfident. I took advantage.
Which no one else did. Crows didn't appreciate the heat it brought down, but you've got a knack, kid.
For what?
Finding a way through the wildest shit I've ever seen. With a plan that no one expects. On the best day of his life, Solus wouldn't see you coming, Rook. And don't worry. I'll still be here to talk if you need me.
There is something. Demetis Crossing was awful. While we were there, we found one survivor, the mayor.
You took him back to the Veil Jumpers.
Not everyone was happy about my decision. We're just starting out and I'm already losing their trust.
The key to earning the team's trust isn't to only make decisions everyone agrees with. It's showing the team that they can tell you whatever's on their mind, even if they think you're full of crap. And know you'll listen.
Nav.
When I took over at the ritual site, I had to make a call on who came with me to knock over that statue. It was the first decision I made leading this team. Nev got hurt because of it.
You made a decision with the best information you had. Sometimes you do that, and people end up hurt. Or worse.
What would you have done?
What would I have done? Probably gotten myself killed and failed to stop the ritual if you hadn't stepped in. A good leader isn't someone who never makes mistakes. It's someone who admits when they make one. That's how you earn their trust.
Okay. I'm gonna let this one talk. And then I'm gonna go feed the cat
Did
while you
Nev
listen.
tell you about me talking to Solus and Fade?
I had some good arguments with Chuckles back in the day. I can't imagine being stuck with him in my head. But how are you feeling about it?
Alright. Worried.
He's the god of lies and he's inside my head. Varric. How do you think I feel about that?
Fair enough. But Nev's a great mage. If you need her to whip up a ward to keep him out of your mind, she can. But you haven't asked her to. Why not?
Solus is our best source of information about these elven gods. We can't stop them without what he knows.
So you're making the decision to keep talking with him.
Yeah.
You're making a choice. Stay careful. Stay worried. But don't beat yourself up about doing what you have to do.
He also asked me to tell you that he regrets what happened. Hurting you, I mean.
Chuckles is sentimental. He could burn the world down, and the thing that would make him cry is a single flower with blackened petals.
I'll let you get some rest.
You're gonna be fine, Rook. Hey, one last thing before you go. I've been racking my brain thinking of contacts who might help us with these gods.
You got any ideas?
Nothing. But being a leader isn't about having all the answers yourself. It's about knowing who does. Nev has connections to a whole world that Harding and I barely know. Might be worth talking to her.
Will do.
Talkie,
Thanks,
lots
Varric.
of talkie.
Anytime.
Lots of talkie. Ugh. I like action part of the games. I'm not a big fan of talkie. Okay. Still can't go down that way. Okay, let's go. Harding might not be ready to talk about anything. Oh, she got rid of her sleeping bag. She has a chair now.
Move stones, but it doesn't always work. Is it me? Is it the fade? I need to practice.
Yeah. I always switch it to this one because I don't want to look at the Dreadwolf crap. And plus, I like the Oath better. There we go. Talk.
Hey, Nev. Hi, Wisps.
Yeah, they're still here. But you're here for leads. You want allies to go after the gods? I've got places to look, if we can get anywhere but Arlathan.
Blara's working on it. What have you got?
Let's start with the angles we know. The gods are corrupt magic personified. Who do we hire to fight that? First, the Antivan Crows. We've got you. But if one assassin's good,
Why not two? You have someone in mind?
your most feared mage killer, the Demon of Virantium.
The demon's a legend. I've always wanted to meet him.
Happy to help. The demon got his nickname taking out blood mages in Venatori. There's been fewer stories in recent years, but your bosses would know.
The Talons? They're going to give me an earful.
If you want to look elsewhere,
I'll set up a meeting. What else?
a trip home.
Back to Minrathous.
Capital city and heart of Tevinter. An empire of mages that knows a thing or two about corrupt magic.
Tevinter Authority.
Won't help and can't be trusted, which is why we talk to the Shadow Dragons. They're a resistance group that fights slavers, blood magic, and imperial corruption. They've got eyes and ears everywhere, including mine. If the gods enter the Empire, we might get something. Besides, I owe them an update.
Are they all mages?
Tevinter might prize its mages, but the Shadows accept anyone. We've all got a stake in the cause.
Your friends are our friends.
These people sound great. I mean, if they're anything like you.
No one's as good as they seem, but they try.
So, we talked to the Crows in Antiva and the Shadow Dragons in Minrathous.
I wouldn't mind checking in on my neighborhood either, if Balara's ready for us.
Yeah, should check how things are going.
Okay, let's go find Belra. Belra. Okay, let's go.
Almost there. I just have to. Shit! Sorry.
Can I, help?
No, I've got it. Mostly,
I love her.
mirrors are funny things, aren't they? Reflections. They distort reality no matter what you try. And there's the trick. Control that distortion.
Ooh! Hi, Major.
There you have it.
What is that place?
If I had to guess, it's the Fade. Another part of it, I mean.
Didn't Morrigan say this Illuvian could go anywhere? Didn't think that meant elsewhere in the Fade.
She called it the Vir of Us, freedom of ways. I wonder.
If you have an idea what that place is, Balara, share it. We don't have time to waste.
Some of the older texts talk about a place in the Fade where all the Illuvians meet. A crossroads where you could travel across all of Thedas in just minutes.
Right. We saw something similar when we were chasing Solus. I wonder if it's the same.
It is alike, and it is not.
Who are you? And how did you get here?
The Wolf's Fang. You carry it now. Old paths. A new journey. Through there. I will wait.
Well, can't tell if that's a trap or not. But we're short on options. One way to find out.
And it didn't feel dangerous, you know? Almost more sad.
We have no idea what or who they are. So let's be careful. We need to be ready for anything.
And we still don't know what this Illuvian's gonna do. One of us should probably stay behind in case it closes.
Good point.
Just tell us when you're ready to go, Rook, and then we can figure out what's going on.
Okay. Okay, let's see. Oven. Oh, Magical Dampener. Initial notes on the dampener's operation. Dampener creates a counter-resonance to the Fae. That's why it's safe to live here and no one's been torn apart yet that I know of. But the counter-resonance from the dampener is turned to this specific part of the Fade. The more you move away from this spot, the less effective it would be. There's a theory that every mage has a unique resonance, that the way they touch magic is just a little bit different. Could you tune to the dampener to a person's resonance instead? Make it so they can't use magic? Would it be hard to figure out someone's specific resonance? Would need examples of their magic? Need third volume of Harris's collected essays. We'll ask Professor if he has it. Belra. Belra. And then um, letter from Solace to Algernon. To Algernon, son Tamar, general of the Atlantan army, among the first Evans, ruler of Athen, who woke at the dawn of the elves. From Solace, spirit speaker, second to Mithil, Vanal of the Dread Wolf, who is no younger. I ask that you again reconsider to claim there's no difference between Roland as a king, Roland as a god, begs the question of why you feel it's necessary to claim such a title for yourself. Most of the people accept your rule You have shackled their bodies, must you shackle their minds in turn? There is much we disagree upon, but you must see that in hobbling your people with such claims will limit their spirits and tarnish the gleam of your leadership. Your power is unquestioned. May your wisdom match it. Our Lord has received your words and will give the consideration they deserve. Rest well knowing our Lord is devoted to his people and well-being and wishes for them to have lives of peace and abundance. Regard, dismal blah 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 on behalf of blah blah blah, Sun Tamer, Crown of the First of the Firstborn, Lord of the Day and Night, who woke at the dawn. Oh, here we go. Letter to Chuck Carter. Yes, the trial went cold. The trail went cold. Hardin is possibly the best damn scout in TARDIS, and she couldn't pick it up again. No, I'm not giving up. The Inquisitor and I are in perfect agreement here. Solace has to be stopped. He thinks the world is broken, and the only way to fix it is to blow it all up and rebuild it from ashes. I don't care how much better the shiny new world will be after someone else buries all the bodies for him. I spent long enough years of my life doing the cleanup already. The people who live in this world, the broken, shitty one, their lives are worth just as much as the beautiful elven paradise. And the worst part is, he knows it. This is my last chance to make things right. I have to take it back. Okay. Okay. Why? Don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. You ready? Let's go. Harding and, no. We'll start with them.
Hello again. Who are you?
A caretaker. I go where I am needed, Dweller. Now, I am here.
And where is here?
The crossroads.
Can you help us? I get the feeling this is no place to get lost.
The Evanurus hunger for the crossroads. Their influence is spreading. Blight, death, madness. They send their minions to claim this place. The crossroads is in a time of need, Dweller. I cannot protect you.
You don't have to. If you're standing against the gods, then consider us reinforcements.
Okay. Discover these beacons route to unlock fast travel. The party members swapping and respawning at this location.
Light roots and magical seals? What's through there? can't travel this way.
The gods want to cut us off from the crossroads.
We're coming up upon the area that I'm not sure about yet. Well, we're getting close to the area where I stopped playing and started recording for you guys.
This dock seems sturdy. So you can ferry us to the other islands?
Winds await, dweller.
I'll take that as a yes.
The deeper currents. The spirits here were driven out. Refugees now from the gods' minions. I have summoned the guardians of the crossroads to protect them. Beware. The guardians repel all interlopers.
So we're interlopers too?
The Fade Tear. That's where they're breaking through.
The gods are breaching the Fade itself. And just for us. We're not alone.
Ow.
Let's go get him!
I feel an obey.
Finish it!
Oops, wrong button.
The gods have hidden.
Heretic perish.
Range!
Oops.
Smite them again.
That one!
I feel bad killing the Guardians since they are here to technically protect. I'm not sure to. I don't want to kill them. But they attack.
Let's end this. Rook gets that one.
Alright, let's go get this potion that's over here. And then come up here. Okay.
The gods' blight and blood magic has sealed the way. Only their champion may open it.
A champion?
It dwells on this island. Challenge the champion and claim its essence. This path will open to you.
Okay, we're gonna.
Better be ready.
Take them out.
Huh. Okay, there is a ladder over here somewhere.
Got company. Time to end this.
Oh, goodies. Okay. Using companion's ability with the Leonie dagger. Okay. Brooke uses this. Okay, let's see. Actually, I don't know if that's where that goes. See that over there too? No. Okay. Oh. What's this? An area I'm not supposed to be yet. Okay. I can tolerate. I can stand that. Take it. I'm not supposed to be over here either. Nope.
I sense a way through, Dweller. Find that which seals the path.
Okay. That's the way I came from. That I can't go yet.
What's this? It looks like an entryway.
Might as well do this. Oh, restart it real quick.
Is that spirit a prisoner?
Actually, I think I'm gonna end it here, and then I will start back over here next time. Bye. Have a great day. Please like and subscribe.